I don't have my tripod with me, so this is kind of, I'm gonna have to change the camera around a little bit, but today is April 29th. And I started 75 Hard on March 15th. Gosh, this angle is terrible. Let me just change it back. Okay. Today is April 29th. I started 75 Hard on March 15th. So I would technically be on day like 46, except for I messed up on day 34 and had to start over again. And then 3 days later, I accidentally inputted my calories incorrectly for my broccoli. And when I put in the correct amount, it put me over my calories, so I had to start over again, which was a little frustrating, but I'm on day 9 after that. So anyway, I'm on day 9. Overall, I've been doing this for 46 days though, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna finish it. What I have been doing is, so 75 Hard requires you to drink a gallon of water, read 10 pages, take a progress picture every day, do 2 workouts a day, one of which has to be outdoors, and they have to be 3 hours apart and at least 45 minutes apiece. And then the last thing is to follow a diet of your choosing and to not cheat. You can't have any alcohol or cheat meals. I don't drink alcohol in the first place, and I've been actually not eating refined sugar loosely. Like not eating canned corn or whatever, but like I'm not eating cakes, cookies, soda pop, juice, kind of thing, anything like that. And that's been since September. So I'm just continuing with that. And then for my actual diet, I'm doing Fast 800 at the same time. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's based on some studies done. And Michael Mosley put a book together. He's also known for coming up with the intermittent fasting, like 5-2, where you eat normally healthy, whatever, for 5 days a week and then fast for 2 days a week. But anyhow, I saw an interview with him where he was talking about the Fast 800 and where he says studies absolutely don't support actually that if you lose weight quickly that you put it on faster when you're done dieting, and that actually studies have supported that people that lose weight quickly stick with it because you have that motivation from seeing changes happen so quickly. And I find that to be completely true. So I've been on doing this weight loss thing since September. Like I said, I cut sugar out September 20th, and about a month later I started meeting with a dietitian because I was not dropping weight, even though I had completely cut like all of the things that were causing me to overeat. I didn't understand why when I cut out the sugar and all of that stuff, because I had been drinking like big sodas, which was a new habit for me, and I had been eating candy bars several times a week when I went grocery shopping. I would buy a candy bar, whatever. I mean, like, and eating ice cream and just in general being out of control with my diet. So cutting out that sugar should have had a big impact, and I think I was maybe like 2 pounds lighter after a month. My husband also cut sugar out with me after about the first week, and so he was doing no sugar as well, and I think he only saw about a 2 pound difference, and usually he loses weight really quickly, but I think what we were doing was substituting other things for the sugar to try and fill that craving. And so I started meeting with a dietitian in October, and we just set some like calorie goals and things that we're aiming for. So I've been working on it for quite a while, and have basically, I wasn't seeing a whole lot of progress. So I was 208 pounds September 20th, and I was also 208 pounds, maybe 206, I don't know, when I met with her October 20th. And at, so the beginning of this Fast 875 Hard, I was 190.2. So that was March 15th. So from September to March, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months. What the heck? Like, how do you only lose 18 pounds in 6 months if you're cutting out sugar and counting your calories, and I don't know, but that's not a lot of progress as far as I'm concerned. It is driving me crazy. So I was like, I'm doing Fast 800 and I'm gonna do 75 hard at the same time, so that if I mess up on Fast 800, I'd have to start over again, and I will be motivated to stick with it and keep going, which it has totally worked. So I have, my plan is to eat 800 calories and try and get 50 grams of protein within that 800 calories. And I'm basically intermittent fasting, where sometimes I'll eat it earlier, but in general I have my first meal, which is just a Quest protein bar, at about noon. I wait until noon to have it. And then at about 3 o'clock, I'll try and eat a second meal, which is typically Greek yogurt with frozen berries, little drizzle of maple syrup, and a teaspoon of chopped toasted pecans. Not teaspoon, tablespoon. It's really good. And then for dinner, I've been having, this is pretty consistently what I've been eating over and over again, with a little variation here and there. For dinner, I'm a vegetarian, so I'll have a Morningstar Farms griller patty. It's 130 calories, 14 grams of protein. So I like that ratio of about 10 calories per gram of protein. So when I'm looking for quality protein sources, that's what I'm looking for. I guess high protein per your calories. Anyway, so I'll have that. I will have a egg scrambled in a little spray of cooking spray. And then with that, I will have a half a bag of frozen broccoli, which is 50 calories. And I'll put like garlic powder and salt and pepper, whatever I'm feeling like. And then I also so I'll have that on a plate. And then on top of that, I like my food mixing, so this doesn't bother me, but I will put 2 to 3 cups of chopped romaine lettuce, a half a sliced tomato, about a half cup to a cup of sliced cucumber, and then about a tablespoon and a half of Bolthouse Farms ranch. That's like their yogurt dressing, and it has like 35 calories for that tablespoon and a half, and it's really good. Anyway, that has been keeping me filled, and it's been giving me over 50 grams of protein a day. And what's been interesting about it is trying to get my protein with my calories has caused me to cut out, for the most part, bread, pasta. Like, I'll have a little bit of it, but if I don't hit my 50 grams, then I'm worried about basically dropping weight quickly and losing a lot of muscle and having all of that exercise go for nothing. So I'm real focused about getting those grams, and that has kind of unintentionally cut most of the carbs out of my diet. And so what's been interesting to me is that typically if I reduce my calories, let's say even to 12, 13, 1400 calories, man, I am starving. I'm like starving. It is hard for me to stick with it because I'm like, my stomach is just grinding, I'm low energy, like I can't think straight, I'll get lightheaded when I'm standing up. Maybe not at, sorry, I'm fixing my shirt. Maybe not at 1400 calories, but when you get down to like 12, yeah, I'm having a really hard time and I'm struggling with it. So I have discovered, and I typically, I tend towards like a whole food, plant-based. That's what I consider to be healthy, except for throwing a little bit of eggs, and dairy. So I guess not whole foods plant-based, whole foods vegetarian. Anyway, which I recognize that griller patties are very processed, and I'm trying to think of an alternative to that. I could just do more eggs, but that's a side note. Anyway, what was I saying? No, I have no idea what I was saying. I gotta think about it. Okay, this is what I was saying. Okay, what has been interesting to me is that as I have been eating less carbs and eating higher protein or whatever, I got some keto testing strips, and I have, sure enough, lo and behold, my body's been in ketosis, which explains why I'm not feeling lightheaded, explains why I'm not having like energy crashes, and it explains why I'm not feeling hungry. So I have kind of disbelieved people when they've talked about keto, and I don't feel like it's healthy long term. I do feel like whole grains and like beans, lentils, all of those things, and like potatoes, sweet potatoes, I think that those are healthy for you, and I'm certainly not gonna cut them out for the rest of my life or something like that. But I've been basically my own science experiment, and I have been feeling a lack of hunger and energy, balanced energy levels and all that stuff from the lack of sugar, like carving up and then crashing. So it has been interesting. I definitely feel like doing keto on 800 calories is more doable for me than just eating low calorie with a lot of breads, pastas, whatever, at 1200 calories. That makes me feel angry, and it makes me feel like insatiable hunger, and this does not. So the two combined they're really good. It's been working. Anyway, so this is my update. I started at 190.2 on March 15th. That was day one of my first day of 75 hard. And I'm 169, so I've gotten all the way through my 180s, and now finally my 170s. I did have a 9-day plateau where I was still eating my 800 calories. I was walking for my first workout, and then for my second workout, either doing, I really like these old school workouts called the Firm, because they are very weights heavy. They're like muscle building with cardio thrown in there, and so you get both in the same workout, and they always kick my butt. Always. I'm sore every single time, and I cannot say that about most workouts. Most workouts I'm like, okay, I wanted something a little more, but the Firm is really good for me. Anyhow, so I tend to try and do a walking workout, and then the Firm, I probably only do it 3 or 4 times, maybe 3 times a week, and then I will sub other like YouTube videos, or even like Grow with Joe, her like cardio walking videos, or just like I have this Slim Legs workout. I can't remember her channel name, but I can put the link below to some of the workouts that I've really enjoyed that are on YouTube. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. But consistently, my outdoor workout is just walking, and I'm walking about 3.5 miles an hour. Typically, I walk faster if I'm listening to music than if I'm doing audiobooks or whatever, and that is a challenge for me because I want to listen to something that's educational, but I also want to walk fast, and so I'm like always trying to figure out what to do. So anyway, so yeah, I'm 169 this morning, and I have noticed that I seem to really like this shirt because I'm wearing it in most of my videos, and it's starting to get loose, and I'm like, not super loose, but I'm a little worried like about replacing it, because I don't even know where to find another one. But anyhow, okay, so my waist right now I think is like 31.5 inches. My hips are 44.5 inches, so I've got like a 13-inch difference there. I don't really measure my bust because it would be depressing for one to watch your chest just shrink to oblivion, but also this is just I feel like it's a more accurate measure. Anyway, yeah, so it's been good. The thing that I am enjoying the most about it is just even if I'm not having like progress on the scale, I'm feeling stronger. I'm feeling like I can handle short running bursts while I'm walking, and I wasn't feeling that when I started. I didn't want to, and I'm starting to have like the urge to throw the running in there. Yeah, and I just feel like way more in control of myself, especially with the no cheats. That is key for me, because I definitely deal with the justification brain, where it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, so you're trying to do fast 800, but you ate 1,300 calories today, but it's still a low amount, so it's okay, don't feel bad. And like, you know what, because I tried to do fast 800 before 75 hard, and I was doing it, but I was tracking my calories, and when I added them all up, just a second, when I added them all up, my average calories for like a month was 1,350 calories. Like, that's not doing it. And my average weight loss was like 1.2 pounds a week. Okay? Me, I have thyroid problems. I'm 43 years old. I'm like, lost a lot of my fitness over the years, just as I've mommed and put it on the back burner. And so my metabolism has gone down so much that I cannot eat 1,400 calories and lose significant weight. It is painfully slow, and I need more progress in that. So this fast 800 is working for me. My plan is to complete 12 weeks total, from no matter how long it takes me to finish 75 hard. If I have to restart again on day 60, I'm not gonna, anyway, I planning to do 12 weeks total of eating that 800 calorie level, and then after that bump it up by like up to 1,000 probably week 1, 1,100 week 2, and then stick at week at the 1,200 calorie level, and do another 75 hard at the 1,200 calorie level. And I'm hoping that by doing that, I will get pretty close to my goal weight by the end of that 75 hard. And at the end, my plan from there is to add in more weights, more muscle building, more protein, and to bump my calories up to about between 1,400 and 1,600 for maintenance and muscle growth and strength building. So I definitely don't have this 800 calorie thing in my head as a long-term plan. It's a short-term plan, and it's working, like, and I'm enjoying it, and I have had no problems with it. Oh, I've made a commitment with myself also that if I'm feeling not just hungry, right, but if I'm feeling low energy, like I might faint or anything like that, then I would eat extra. I will eat extra up to 1,200 calories in a day, so I can allow myself up to 400 extra calories. And I've only had to use that, we're on day 46, 3 times. So one day I added a cutie. I was feeling like out of energy, and so I had a cutie with my protein bar, and that actually solved it. Like, I didn't end up having to go all the way up to 1,200. And I've had a couple other times where, like, I intentionally made the choice to eat extra. I haven't gone up to 1,200 yet, but I have that room if I need it. So I'm not worried about hurting myself. Like, I have options, and yeah, it's been good. I haven't been abusing that. So, I will check in another, I don't know, later. Oh, let me do a spin. I haven't done. Did I do a spin? Kind of. So if I was to actually make a muscle, you can't really see anything. It's just so covered in fat. But there's a little bit of muscle in there. And then, like, on my legs, you're not gonna be able to see it all, especially with this pattern. But I am feeling stronger though. So yeah, what am I? 21 pounds down. 21 pounds in 46 days. Pretty good.